And it's happening. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you to those who have arrived and are still trickling in. We're really pleased to have you today. My name is Gabby. Um, I use they them pronouns. I'm one of the student support coordinators at the board, and I'm here with the wonderful Nabil, who will be sort of talking. We'll both be talking about identity-specific supports for students who are coming into high school, but generally all students on the board. Nabil?
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us and all learning about all about high school and the identity specific supports for you students. Once you arrive to high school, we're trying to make it as easy as possible so that you enjoy yourself, but also are finding the supports that you need, that you require in order for you to succeed and to reach and attain all of your goals that you have set for yourself. So,
Yeah, so I'll kind of kick us off. So by talking about inclusive education, which is at the foundation of a lot, actually of all of the identity-specific supports that are available at the OCDSB. So inclusive education is based on the principles of acceptance and inclusion of all students. So students should see themselves, their identities, their cultures, etc., reflected in their curriculum and any class content. They should see diversity and accommodation and accessibility in their physical surroundings. And the broader school culture should reflect diversity and all individuals should be respected. So that's sort of the goals of inclusive education is to overall foster that sense of respect and belonging. It also, as I was mentioning, involves identity-specific support, which research shows improves student well-being and ultimately their success. When students feel like they're safe to be themselves, to express themselves openly, to people who support them and respect them, we actually see that their grades do better. Like they just do better in school generally. It's almost like feeling good makes makes you succeed in a lot of areas. So that's sort of the kind of, I guess, overall foundation of identity specific support, which can look like a lot of different things, right? And it can come from a lot of different people. Identity specific support may look like sharing identity specific resources, both within the school board and outside in the broader community that the school board partners with. It may look like working with staff and students alike to navigate barriers and challenges at school related to equity, diversity, and inclusion. And overall, can help provide education with that intersectional lens that sort of acknowledges the holistic or the wholeness of one's identity. So, yeah, I'll pass it over to Nabil, who will sort of be getting into who is supporting inclusive education at the OCDSB.
thank you so much, Gabby. So yeah, who are or what exactly do racialized student support coordinators do? Well, a wide variety of things. Primarily, we support racialized students, and again, in helping them achieve all of their goals that they've set for themselves. Support them through their post-secondary careers, making sure that they are heard, they're seen. We advocate for students. We also, share any feedback that the student has with where they're maybe not seeing themselves reflected in their learning, and so on and so forth. One way we also do support students is we help them establish students' identity-specific spaces, such as a Black Student Association, a Muslim Student Association, etc. And these are affinity spaces where students are feeling like a sense of belonging, they're feeling heard, they also are empowered to make their school a better place, or a place where everyone is included, or it's an inclusive space for everyone and everyone is nobody's left out. We are also we work really closely with teachers, with principals, to help them manage and navigate some of the barriers that racialized students may be facing at school with regards to their education, and how we could remove those barriers, as well as support everyone, the school community as a whole, including the families, on helping the students succeed and enhancing the overall student experience for that particular specific student. So that's what we do and who we are in a nutshell. How do you gain access to us, or how do you reach out for us to help start to support you? Well, there's many different ways. Through email, you can reach out to your teachers, your principals, your guidance counselors, ask to speak to us. We're also an open ear. With an open mind, we like to hear from students. We like to help support them through anything they may be experiencing. Again, to enhance their overall student experience?
Yeah, and along the similar lines, I'm the trans and gender diverse student support coordinator, but I work more broadly with our 2S LGBTQ plus students and school community. My positionality kind of affirms a specialized focus with working with trans and gender diverse students and kind of supporting their needs, especially as they go about their gender identity and gender expression journey. So some of my work includes providing direct, individual, or small group support to students. It's pretty subjective to what they need. It could be a listening ear. It could be redirecting to specific community resources, being able to be an advocate alongside them for their rights and their to foster a sense of belonging and safety at their school, etc. I also support students who can access identity-specific affinity spaces. So these are typically called like GSAs, Gender and Sexuality Alliance groups, Rainbow Club, Pride Club. It has a whole bunch of different names. But I not only help the students who are accessing them, but the staff who are establishing those spaces and or are currently developing those spaces to better fit the needs of their students. So I visit some GSAs, I connect with students in that way. I also support a couple programs that the board offers for 2S LGBTQ plus students. This includes initiatives like the Rainbow Youth Forum, which is a district-wide student-led event where students can connect with each other from different schools while also learning more about the 2S LGBTQ plus community and kind of broadening our sense of connection across the district, as well as leadership and pathway courses related to us LGBTQ plus topics and leadership that students can take in order to earn credits that will be, earn grade 11 and 12 credits. And yeah, basically, I like to say I'm a part of all things queer at the school board. You can find me by as Nabil was mentioning, like sending me an email. It's my first name dot my last name at ocdsb.ca. And you can as well reach out to your teachers, your staff supervisors. I work with everyone to help make sure that your experience is as safe and as wonderful as possible.
One thing also is we're open to answering any questions and supporting parents just navigating the education system if they have any concerns or any questions, or if there are any misconceptions they may have they would like to have clarified. We're also open to answering those questions for those folks as well. So as part of also other supports that are working out of schools, we have the Sankofa Center of Excellence, which is running out of Woodruff High School and Ridgemont High School. The two graduation coaches are Gwen Madiba from Woodruff and Joan Thompson from Ridgemont. Pretty much to summarize, the Sankofa Center for Excellence, or the graduation coach program, is committed to advancing and the academic success of African, Black, and Caribbean students in the OCDSB. The program objectives include identifying African, Black, and Caribbean learners experiencing barriers to engagement and learning, learning, and overall well-being. Also to assist individual students and their families to develop and implement academic and well-being goals. And lastly, identify and facilitate access and connections to academic supports and community resources for African, Black, and Caribbean students. So the role of the coach, well, they work with community organizations in collaboration with community organizations as well as the school team. So again, overall enhance the student experience for Black, African, and Caribbean students. They also see them through until they graduate and beyond that as well. So those are the two different programs that are working out of Ridgemont and Woodruff High School, and they are called the Sankofa Center of Excellence. If you don't go to any of those two schools but still wish to seek some of those supports, you would reach out to myself or Kurta Mohammed, my colleague, for the racialized students. And then for the other students, for the transgender queer students, you'd be reaching out to Gabby for that support.
Yes. And so, yeah, we're sort of at the end of our pre-prepared presentation. I'll go ahead and stop the recording.